Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge T58, here to give you Chelsea 3, Luton Town 0 match review. Here we go. So honestly, I wanted to obviously talk about the game first. I feel like in the first half we'll find it. Obviously we had the Sterling goal, which is really amazing. He had that really amazing individual goal where he was able to just come in, beat two man, beat another two man, then curve it into the ball into that left hand side of the net. It was an amazing goal, obviously. But I feel like in the first half in particular, we're lacking a bit of creativity there. The left hand side wasn't working really well. To be honest, it hasn't been working that well throughout the game, in my opinion. But we'll discuss that a bit later. We'll find it hard to get out of our half and then move around the ball. Especially I think after when we scored the first goal, because like it seems like and we've seen this before over many years with this team where we just like put the foot off the gas of the ball and put the foot off the gas, and then we kind of like relax a bit more when that takes place, and that really annoys me a lot personally, because I really want us to be killers when that happens. You know what I'm saying? I want us after the first goal, go straight after the second goal, go after the third goal, particularly when you're facing a Luton Town side that's quite weak at the end of the day. But that was happening in the first half. I wasn't too pleased. Going into the second half, we're a lot more aggressive, in my opinion. You saw that. Obviously we had that the crazy Chilwell chance where instead of putting the ball into the net, he seems to pass it to Sterling for some reason, which gets deflected out of the goal. You then had those crosses, and then obviously we had the second goal, which was really amazing, really good goal there by my boy Sterling. Again, great cross by Malo Gusto. You guys, I've raved about Malo Gusto and his crosses. At Lyon, this guy was a crossing, you could say merchant. People can say that if they want, but I don't care less. Like, was very good at crossing, very good at doing that. Defensively wasn't doing that much, but good cross into Sterling, who's able to put it in the back of the net. And then Sterling and Jackson, do a nice little cheeky link up. Enzo over the top ball to Sterling crosses it in. Jackson's able to get his foot there to make it 3-0. I'm very happy for Jackson, of course. And then pretty much after that, it was all lovely jubbly pretty much. But I want to talk about some standout plays right now. For me, number one has to be Raheem Sterling. 2 goals, 1 assist. You're looking at it from here. Let me just give you some of his stats, because 2 key passes, 58 touches. Or ground duels won with 13 ground duels. Honestly, he was amazing in the game today, man. Absolutely amazing in the game. And I want to give him like his flowers, because he did a great job today. Obviously, not alone the individual goal that we've spoken about quite a lot at the end of the day. Great individual goal, great work on that one too. I want to give a big shout out to Malo Gusto, 2 assists in this game too for Sterling, for both Sterling goals, in my opinion. Great play. Again, with the first one was just a nice little pass, of course, and then Sterling the rest for the individual one. But the second one was a beautiful, nice little crossing straight into Sterling that would then Sterling put in the back of the net. And that's the sort of play we were seeing previously in pre-season when we had, Pochettino playing the back four and as such and everything. But we've not been seeing that much from him. He's been a bit more conservative, playing a lot more defensively. Chilwell's been the one that's been going a bit more up in attack, and Levi Cole, less so. Malo Gusto's been a bit more reserved, trying to tuck in a bit more into the midfield area and as such. So we've not been able to see the best out of Malo Gusto either. So I'm very happy for Malo Gusto too. I want to give a big shout out to Nicholas Jackson. Was finding it very hard in the first half, obviously, to get to get what he wanted to get done. Second half was a bit more aggressive. He had 2 shots in the second half where I was like a little bit more low quality shots, but I could see that he was trying to force it. And I understand that, particularly as a young striker, trying to do something, trying to create chances as a team, as the head of the team. So I understood what Jackson was trying to do there. So I want to give a big shout out and props to him too. And then going into it, another guy I want to give a good shout out to was who else do I really think had a good game? Levi Cole, I think, had a solid good game too. Kept the quiet, was doing a good job there too. Caicedo, I think, for me, in terms of performance-wise, was pretty average. Good. We just wanted a solid performance. I think he gave us a nice, good, solid performance there. Gallagher had another good, solid performance. Big up to Enzo Fernandez, doing what he can. Was really everywhere, in my opinion. I think Pochettino's almost given him like a free run role where he can create on either side of the field, and we can really see it because he's on one side at one time, he's on another side at one time, pressing really high as well. So I want to give a big shout out to my boy Enzo, creating, doing the chances and everything as such. But you know what, guys? A lot of positives we've got out of the way there, but we need to start speaking on this formation, in my opinion. I know I understand why this formation has been played. I've spoken about it many a time. I understand the reason why we're playing this formation is because we want to essentially help. We want essentially, in my opinion, to allow Thiago Silva to play such that he can give the experience to both Disasi and Levi Koval, to be more ready to play that back four role eventually, and Badiashile when he comes back, and Fofana. I understand that. But the other thing for me maybe is that the fact that Chilwell, he wants to play him up top, but really the situation is with Chilwell, as you've seen as many a time, right? Chilwell for me going forward, he can provide us something, but going back, we saw this one or twice in the game actually against Morris and Kabore where he was getting a bit cooked. I'll be real, Chilwell. So when it comes down to it, in my opinion, I think we need to start playing a back four, in my opinion. We need to get another guy in there, another more creator to help create more chance for him. Like for example, like Jackson was not getting that many chances. Like Sterling had to create individual brilliance in the first half just to be able to score a goal and create that chance that need be. Enzo literally is the only one that's trying to force pass it, trying to find something to happen. So we need someone on the left wing, man, because Chilwell left wing is not working. I know that Mudryk is not ready right now, and I've understood that point too. But if that's the case, bring someone else on that's ready. Try Matson there even, in my opinion. I know he came on the last few minutes to do something, but for me, if that is the case, bring Matson on to do something there, because otherwise it's not working out for me personally. So that's just pretty much it in regards to that left wing area, in my opinion. And honestly, the other thing for me is who we're going to bring in going forward into that position, because if you're not going to bring in Mudryk, obviously we've been hearing about Barcola coming in, maybe try something else there, man. That's all it comes down to. So obviously I predicted 3-0. Luckily we got that 3-0 that we wanted. Honestly, man, in that second half, man, they ended the first half and beginning of the second half, Luton Town were getting a lot of chances. I was worrying that knowing the Chelsea script, knowing the way you've been playing recently, that it might end in another 1-1. It might end in another 1-1 and Luton Town get a nice little goal in the last minute of the game. So it is what it is, I want to actually give a big shout out to Sanchez. Didn't have to do that much. Pretty much played a nice little solid game. Big up to Disasi. I think Disasi, barring that one time that, a little bit of a cheeky error, I think he played quite well as well. So I think overall, like, defense was actually quite good, to be honest, if we're being nice. And honestly, for me, man, I like this role for Enzo. Maybe, but obviously if Lavia comes back, we'll see. But Enzo in this 10 role rather than Gallagher, who's a bit more holding, is a lot more nicer to see. Obviously you can see, honestly, when it comes to Enzo, that long balls that we've always wanted from Jorginho, like, he's providing that for us. I'm quite happy about that when it comes to Enzo. Like, looking at Enzo's stats just quickly, he's got played 90 minutes, he's got 2 key passes, 78 touches, he's got 8 ground duels won. Oh, honestly, man, he's had actually a pretty good game. Only dribbled past twice too. Very solid game from him, in my opinion. And I think for me, I understand now why maybe the club are trying to keep Gallagher, because I think Gallagher's been keeping it ticking too. I know that many people don't like Gallagher, but I think Gallagher's actually keeping the game kind of ticking. Very good interception wise. I think Pochettino's doing a good job of him, trying to make it a bit more spatially aware. That's something that I've spoken about a lot with Gallagher, where for him spatial awareness is key. Like, we need to make sure that he's spatially aware. He understands his surroundings. He understands what's going on around him, which is key, and that's what he's been able to do at the end of the day for me. So that's good enough for me, and hopefully Gallagher can continue to do that job that we need him to do. In regards to Moise Caicedo, I spoke about him having a solid game. That's what we need from him, man. As long as he's having a solid game, making sure nothing's happening in the midfield, and like anything that's happening on the wide areas, the wide area guys and him can come over, help out the wide out guy if need be. But at the end of the day, that's what we need. Probably when Lavia comes in, he's probably going to be playing a bit more in the 8 role alongside Caicedo maybe, and then we played that 4-3-3 that we we're all hoping for. Maybe obviously we saw Caicedo up there with Todd Bowley and Reece James and John Terry there. Maybe John Terry selling Reece, big man. Get healthy, big man. Get your stuff sorted out at the end of the day. So that's pretty much all I have to say right now. Very happy with the form. Very happy with the second half performance compared to the first half. Good game. And the game ended in a way at 3-0, which I predicted, which I'm very happy about. And a Chelsea win at last. It gives us 4 points. Got 4 points in our last 3 games. Disappointing, but it is what it is. We can move on from that. And that is the video, guys. Please make sure again to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. And that is the video. And as always, stay blue. Bish, bash, badam, boom, bing, boom.